All right, howdy, and welcome back to another episode of Crimoria News Network. We actually have a full panel today, which is fantastic. So how are you all doing today? Don't,
I
don't.
Pretty good. Quiet, definitely.
I literally had to run away from Antflow. So, shit.
Did you steal my joke?
He did, because Nito is that kind of person. He's that kind of guy.
He didn't react at all when I said it, but he noticed it enough to steal it. Stream. I see how it is.
So how you doing, Jordan?
Apparently, I realize what a beard is, not what I have. So that's cool, I guess.
We've all learned things today about one another. This is
Yes.
already a good
Yes,
stream.
we did.
So the plague has ended and I have finally died. And happy now. So that's been
Well,
nice.
listen,
I don't have a million DMs going off anymore, so that's been like a blessing. How did you guys like the plague?
long live Cynric. Cynric is dead.
Oh, I feel so much better not having that event going on. I'll be honest.
If
But
you're not getting assessed for not responding
It-
immediately.
yeah,
I think it would have been nice if it was shorter than it was. It was also tough for us to keep up with it. We were on vacation and then we were on hurricane, so it's a little tough to keep up with that.
yeah. How are you guys okay with that hurricane thing? I assume so. Was
Oh
it
yeah,
like?
Charleston area like barely got hit, just got tickled by a little. Fine.
Gotcha. Yeah, I hope that it gets better for the events because clearly we'll talk about the calendar right after this. But the next event I hope is either shorter or has better milestones because that was just a drag the whole way through for me. Um, so the lore stuff that happened, did you guys like the story that they portrayed? Did you find it good? The whole from start to end? Did you find the ending interesting? Did you find any of the writing great? What did you guys think of just the story that they told outside of the mechanics of the event?
Shit, there was a story? Here, hold on, let me read this.
Oh,
Unfortunately-
Joden.
Unfortunately, I feel like most people are going to have exact same response as Jotun's. It's pretty much the same response I had. Was that we were so caught up with the actual event, having to deal with so much stuff through the actual event that when it came time to absorb this snippet of lore or absorb this, it was just too fucking like I was just done. I was emotionally drained from like week one.
It's fair.
Yeah. For reading a story, I felt that it was difficult to really like get back into it when you have to stop and take a break. Like you don't read a book like a paragraph at a time. You read it all. So that was kind of hard for me to get it. But I might not be the right person to ask because I'm not super crazy into lore. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kidding, Cam. Yeah, I'm more of a lore guy, I guess, in a way. Like I like some amount of lore. I think it was interesting, but it felt like it fell flat. Like there weren't any great big story moments. It felt, I don't know, a bit too cliche for me. In places that there should have been something, I don't know, impactful or like really like the well story and those sections were neat because they had suspense, they had mystery to it, and then as we got further into the event, it was just like, and then they did a thing, and then they do this thing. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess, but like this feels like this is the entire story of Lord of the Rings of just me walking to somewhere, and then something interesting will happen, maybe like in one paragraph, and then I just continue walking for the next 30 pages. So maybe they'll have better lore writing for my part, but I didn't find it terribly engrossing as a story.
Yeah, again, I didn't even know there was one. I mean, I know there was one, but I just didn't pay attention. There wasn't even like Nito said, we were just too busy with like making sure we got the numbers and everybody using their abilities at the correct time, and Fury and you just whipping us in the shade. So
Yeah,
I'm not saying that was bad. It was like that's all we cared about.
It's true. There wasn't really much else going on besides just like send me DMs and then please don't kill me with the amount of DMs you guys send me all at once. And that was my life. But I'm glad that my life now has time for video games and things that aren't DMs, so that's nice. But
Cinereck, there's never time for things that aren't DMs.
That's
Let's be
true.
real.
It's true. Kimura's going through a pruning process, and I'm just getting DMs all the time, every day. So, it's my life. Anyway, we'll skip on to the plague. I think it was all right. I'm happy that we won. But we're not going to rehash everything we talked about last week. So we have the calendar of events. Before we jump into like going month by month or anything like that, is there any particular month that you're like, ooh, I'm really looking forward to January or something? Is there a particular time that you're like, oh man, I can't wait for November. It's my favorite month.
Nope. All it is again, I did a little summary. It's like it's 2 Searing Plagues, 6 lore drops, and 4 promo events.
March is my birth month. Therefore, I am
And
most
May-
excited.
And May is my birth month, and it's the anniversary of the COE Kickstarter.
But no one truly cares about Jotun. So,
Dude.
as I was saying,
Well, I thought
May
it
is
was
my
nice
birth.
weird.
Or March is my birth month. Literally screwed that up. March is my birth month. Therefore, I'm excited for the fuck is the Cardinal Miracle of the Second Age? Like,
Jeez, Nito, you're supposed to be
be.
the prepared one of the stream.
No,
And I actually wrote down the quick little summary of all of it, so I feel
You did. You
Yeah.
did. You actually did a lot. But I've seen this lore post like twice, and every time I get maybe halfway through the italicized part, realize I just don't give a toot.
Yeah,
We need someone on the stream who actually cares about lore.
we do. Like, please give us the Latin root word of senescem again.
Yeah, what the actual hell's on here? Like, I get the idea is that March time of renewal and like the miracle of life and yada yada yada, Lion King, Circle of Life, Simba, but I am excited to see what they're gonna do in order to make this a little more like give me some pizzazz.
Yeah, like a lore event has to be more than just here's like a little post about lore. Like it's got to be something
Yeah, hit me hard.
interesting going on as well, other than just like here's a lore post and here's items to buy in the shop. There's got to be something intriguing, or it doesn't have to be like a game or event, but even for the lore events, it has to be like something to get the community interested. It could be, like a little scavenger hunt or something for lore, or finding some secret things, or putting a puzzle together or something. But it can't just be like we're just gonna write a post and then a post about lore. That's I think as we for at least for us for our group it seems that's not really exciting. Don't just give me something to buy and then write a post about, 'cause I don't think any of
Well,
us care.
specifically in the July one, they might have something integrated with the Kingdoms of Valyria, because hopefully that should be out by then.
Yeah, hopefully I would love that. I am looking forward to the more big events that they have going on in January and July, and hopefully that they'll learn from the Syrian plague and do it better next time. But I also hope that
You only got 2 months.
their lore events are more than just here's a post about lore, because those are nice. But even for me, who I like to read a lot, because librarian and all that, I just glaze over that. I'm just like I can't keep reading this giant post.
So in defense of Soulbound Studios, I do want to point out that they are trying to do this just the outreach team, so that they don't go away from development. So that's pretty awesome. Also, they did notice in one of the forum, Caspian said that they did somewhere around thousands of new packages. So that means thousands of new players joining the game. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad that they did the event, and I'm glad that it happened because we got so many new people in. It was not just as I've been seeing people claim on forums, just oh man, tons of alts. I'm sure there was a lot of people got their alts, tons and tons of accounts, but I also saw so many new people that we would otherwise not have gotten. Our own Duchy, as an example, doubled in size. as a result of this event. So I can only imagine other groups had much of the same, because we did not necessarily have the biggest of presences, as opposed to say like Vornair or Boardwall, and just the amount of people, because Cremora was doing our own thing. So it was really great. I loved the fact that they did the outreach for the event. I just wish that the event was more fun, and I hope that future events are equally the same. Not necessarily giving free packages away, though that's really cool if they do, but just something fun.
I could have had alt.
You could have, but you were not around.
I could have had alt.
We had so much cure to purity to give. You could have had an alt.
So many alts.
Just crying the whole time. Should we
Lost
go
extra Nitos
Oh,
aside. I don't know. I feel like obviously that wasn't the point of what's called. Sure, people definitely abused the situation to get extra alt accounts, but what Stealth was saying definitely has some merit. Being able to bring in a large portion of fresh blood is nice. It's really good to have that kind of like sudden rush of new people, new ideas, new thoughts. It's good to have on hand that kind of like ability to create new luck.
Yeah. My hope is for the calendar events that I am not into curing people. I'm not into farming. I'm not into pets and stuff. I mean, they're fine, but I could take it or leave them. I just want something that I can use for combat or defensive things, and we still have yet to have that. We've had boats, and I don't care about boats. Just boats are not me. I'm not a boat guy. So I hope that whatever is going to be on this list of stuff is going to be something combat. That's really all I want.
yeah, I do want to see more combat, but these are specifically like lore and community events, not necessarily like dev updates or anything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I just meant
they
like
can never, yeah,
because they always bring something new to for sale in the store and stuff, and it's around the lore event. So far, we have yet to have here's a combat thing for our lores. It's always just like we're all happy and we have festivals together as one people. I'm like, okay, but like I don't.
Can I kill those people?
Yeah, can I kill those people? Like
yeah.
even the asceticism, which is like all about tourneys and whatnot, still had very little in the weapons and whatnots.
It's just working out how the game works, man.
I know, but like I want one of these month events to be like, here's a combat month of lore for combats, and I don't see
Here's,
that.
like-
I don't see that here in this list of events where it's like,
I don't know
yeah,
about that. I think a tournament is pretty combat oriented, and I think a lot of the times that you have these big gatherings, you're going to end up having merchants, crafters, and artisans come together who are going to be offering really interesting weapons for you.
yeah. I that's what I'm saying is that we had the citizen event, and then that was on offer in the store was like, here's a wine, and here's like a tent with some wine, and I'm like, but like,
But
Hey,
can I
I want
kill-
some wine with the tent.
but can I kill some of those people? It's like, no,
Can I
you can
kill
have a
those
lot of
merchants?
wine. I'm like, okay, that's
Can I get-
cool, but can I not?
Can I get drunk and kill those people? I mean, I gotta stab something. You can't be on CNN without an urge to murder. Just once. At least
Pretty
bare
yeah,
minimum.
I don't like combat, man.
So I would like some event to have not just like a lore about tourneys, but like have something if they're going to sell something in the store, and you guys want like me to spend my money SBS, have something combat focused in the store, and then I'll spend money on it because I don't care about boats or sheeps or bees. I'm
Maybe
not.
like a tournament only land set will last a single lifetime or something.
I wish I had that sheet pulled up where it says what order they're going to develop things in, because I think we're not quite far enough in to be talking about specific weapons. But they could also have something, maybe even just like a blueprint for a weapon, actually kind of vague.
Yeah, or just give me
That way
some
they can take it
walls.
later.
I'll take some walls. Here you can just buy all the walls, and this is where, yeah, man, that's what was missing in the Syrian Plague event. Like,
You can
where's
go
the
balls to
people
walls.
that were just walling off their city? I would have been like, yeah, I'll buy all your walls, but there just wasn't. There were no walls.
somebody definitely went balls to walls during this event.
Oh, for sure. For sure, somebody spent a whole bunch of money buying pledge packages and all that. I spent a bit, but not really on the store stuff, because I don't care about making wine again. Like, still really do not care about making wine or drinking wine.
Cinderic that just went right over your fucking head.
Oh, I'm aware, but I'm actively choosing not to comment on it, Nito.
And that's where you're wrong, kiddo.
So is there a particular month that you guys want to see, or what do you guys think about just this in general, that we now have a better idea of their, I guess, their monthly structure of announcements and things, or I don't know, goals or themes or something?
It's neat that it's planned, but I mean, it's not really adding anything to the table besides, yeah, we have 2 Searing Plague-like event. And
Yeah,
yeah, it's for me, it's just planned. I don't really have too much to comment on it.
that's
A lot of
true.
it kind of lines up with our North American holidays. We have Thanksgiving, pretty much. We have April Fools and Valentine's Day. So a lot of it's kind of
Yeah, I definitely would love to see more like a. I know that the biggest question I've been getting from new people that just came in from the Searing Plague event has been, I remember that timeline that was posted. Is that still like current? And I certainly would have liked to have like a revised timeline of things that they are doing, or like what their estimated dates are for, like, map voting or Kings of Illyria or anything like that, or the alphas over
wasn't
the promotion
that
stuff.
timeline from like years?
Yeah, that was like last year, around this time actually, that timeline came out of like Fox Illyria will be out in a couple months, and then here we are a year later.
That's probably why they haven't, or they aren't going to be making a new timeline for that specific for the development stuff, because they know they can't really keep up with it, I guess.
Yeah, because I mean that was the whole point of the timeline that they had for the mechanics, was that it was supposed to be like a 4 to 8 month window or something like that, and they still missed that, I guess. So that's interesting.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's on a road trip, it's very easy to lose time. It's very difficult to make time back up. So it's one of those situations where I could definitely see how putting out that kind of even like a 4 to 8 month window can be a little bit challenging. I don't agree with the fact that they've put that out and then also have like kind of left us in the dark on that, from what I can tell. But I can understand how that happens.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying this is like as that they need to do this immediately, or we're all mad about that they missed their deadlines and whatnots. But I certainly would prefer to have a revised timeline, so that when someone asks me, "Hey, is this timeline still accurate?" I'd be like, "No, but here's the new one that they're working on." Because all I can refer to them is this, and be like, sometime around maybe these times.
Just know that they'll post that on Discord first before they post it on the forums.
Oh God, Saspian.
Segue.
Oh, yeah. So I guess we're segueing into that. I don't necessarily agree with the people that are complaining about it, because I'm just like, whatever. But so people on the forums were complaining that Discord gets all the information before any people on the forums get it. I don't know if I really see that so much. At least in terms of the bigger stuff. The day-to-day minutia we certainly get a lot more of on Discord, but I've never felt like the day-to-day minutia has been worth it. Like, it's sometimes interesting, but it's never been like the point where, oh man, if I miss out on this, it changes the way I'm developing my game. I don't know. What do you guys think on the topic of them not always posting every little thing to the forums, as much as they should?
Well, I remember when I first joined Chronicles of Illyria shortly after Kickstarter. I remember they did have a little bit of an issue with that, where people were kind of like leaking a little bit more information than they should. But I felt like they cleared that up pretty well. So I don't have any
Yeah, didn't they shut down the IRC?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as all that goes, honestly, who cares? Discord is something everyone can get on. Very easy to be like, if they're putting all the information out on Discord, why don't I just make a fucking Discord account?
I
It's
think
also true.
part of the complaint is that not everyone has day to support. So it's a little bit
I was
tricky.
gonna say,
Like you have a full workday, you have a really hard time catching that information if it was only released on Discord. They weren't specifically tagging you. You'd never see it.
That's why you have a group and everyone looks at the Discord and
That's why we need journalism.
I mean, I guess this could be solved if they really want. For the people that are complaining, maybe the SBS staff should really use the Soul Chamber way more often, because that's kind of what it's there for. Maybe instead of just only the most relevant quotes, if it's just sort of any quotes that veer into the topic of discussing a mechanic, regardless if it's only like a sentence or two. Maybe we should go in the Soul Chamber, and then that sort of alleviates both problems. You get both of them like having all the information there that the forum people want in an easy, accessible way, and they're not missing out on anything if they have a work day.
at the same time, if we do that, then we won't get any leaks. Those are fun. It's, I mean, I guess like one of the topics too that they posted on there is like the good thing about Discord is that they can sort of talk a little bit more freely, but that's I guess what they assume, because everything that they're saying is being like copy pasted into like another thread somewhere the second somebody actually posts anything.
oh, absolutely. And it's
Yeah.
all being like charted on Google Docs and a bunch of other shit too.
Yeah, it's being like thrown on the wiki, it's being updated, and it's. I mean, like I like how we can talk with the developers, and we don't want to take that away from us. But at the same time, it's as soon as somebody says something, it's going to get like spread, and then people are going to be upset that it's not in a readily available location for new people to come in and see. It's like they don't necessarily have like a OneNote open up and available for them to actually update live.
Yeah, I would just like a dev quote for Discord, like channel or something, maybe with giant work in progress. This is not final product. Spoiler tags on wherever. Because yeah, the argument that anything said on Discord is not official, so they don't have to like arrange it in a good way for people to make it findable. That's not true because it just segregates your population of people who are around to see those things versus those that don't. And everyone's treating it like it's official regardless of what the dev stance is.
I don't know. I feel like if the community is having an issue with this, it's very simple for the community to solve. It takes like 30 seconds for everyone to be like, yeah, we should all just work together. And if we see something on Discord, we have a Google Doc. We send it to one person. That person updates the Google Doc. New faces have an easy way to go through that information.
Yeah, but they also have like a community team and PR people that should do that so that it doesn't feel like it's the community's problem. But I could see it either way. I don't care either way. I mean, I'm able to keep up with most of the stuff, and I have the dev quotes, pulling from that anyway. So
Yeah, that's one of those things where like any developed group is probably are going to have this solved anyway. The people who are probably complaining about it are the people who are having to do it in the well-developed group, or the people who are just like floating. Which, if you're floating at this point, probably not a fantastic spot.
So what do you guys think about the whole argument that sort of Caspian was making that, Discord's unofficial, forums are official? Do you feel that like has merit, or is that just sort of semantics?
I think it does. I mean, it is a little bit semantics. I mean, anything that a dev says, people are going to take it seriously. Like that's why we would collect quotes. But at the same time, we know that it's not final. It's not written in stone. I don't know.
That's true. Jordan or Neo, do you have any feelings on the topic?
Nothing to add compared to what I said. It's just up in the air. I don't really care. I just think people. I just like how that thread got like derailed pretty hard from. We got a poopy award from the Searing Plague to why you no post on official outlets.
Yeah.
I'm personally just digging Saspian. Like, Can we seriously have that as like a little alert pop up on our stream, like Saspian alert?
I do enjoy Caspian Sass. I'll be honest.
I
I didn't enjoy it from the like originally, but I feel like his sass has grown on me. You don't enjoy his sass, Stealth?
Not really. I mean, I love Caspian. I think he's hilarious, a hard worker, building us awesome MMO with his team. But one of the things that they mentioned in the post was, he said, and I quote, "In order for an MMO to be truly successful, they must establish a core critical mass of players who are dedicated to the long-term success of the game." So that's what their goal is. And if you've ever taken like even like a super low-level business or marketing class, like that's marketing 101, is having return customers. And so it's really important to manage those relationships. And I just think that personally, I would never have Caspian in charge of my relationship.
That's fair. Are you a game developer, Vico? I did not know that. But no, I think that's fair. Caspian's ways of handling the community have always been suspect, I guess. They've never felt good. But as a bystander, I enjoy anyone who's being sassy. But it's never really a good look coming from any dev or person.
Yeah, I think it would have been a little bit better coming from a little bit more of a non-emotional objective from someone. They could have just gone like point by point and say, well, here's an example of how we actually did do exactly what you want us to do. I think that would have been more.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a wall of sass, though.
It was a giant wall of sass. He commented on everyone's response with a response.
I don't know, but what made me giggle is like he fell for the noob mistake of using an actual percentage.
Yeah.
Oh no.
200% more people. What?
99% of percentages are made up.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
All right, so we're gonna move on to talking about the biome picture. I don't really care about the mountain steps, but it looked nice of what we got to see. They seemed okay. There wasn't like anything crazy cool. It was just like, here's a mountain, but they look pretty. I don't know. Would you?
Dusty.
It looks very dusty.
A mountain, a dude, some grass. I mean, Unreal Engine makes things look real nice.
Yeah, that's always the thing, right? Is that Unreal is one of the easiest engines to code in to make things look very pretty very quickly. It looks okay. I don't have any complaints with it, but I don't necessarily find a Rocky Mountain step to be an exciting terrain.
But I do like how the draw distance at least shows how, I guess, how big we could probably assume some of the cities can get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is the draw distance looks really nice. I hope that we can actually have that level of draw distance without immediately killing our computer.
I mean, without running, something insane.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can shove whatever draw distance you want if you got a strong enough rig. But if you're running like you're not running like actual professional grade hardware. I guess for game editing, video grade hardware is professional grade hardware. So I don't know. Like I don't know what they're running in their rigs, but if someone running a 1060 is achieving that level of draw distance, I'd be incredibly happy.
Vigo, my understanding for UE4 was graphics are easy to do, but the coding actually to make it runnable is not, like in a good way.
Yeah.
So
like
for those of us
we've
who
only
don't
seen
have
stills.
any background knowledge in how, can anyone elaborate on why graphics?
It's just the way that Unreal works is just so user friendly in how the modeling and rigging goes. More so than say like Unity as an example. Yeah. But I found Unity to be way more complex in terms of like making something graphically look good. Unity has what it has going for it though is Unity has an amazing marketplace.
I think we're getting a little.
Yeah, we're getting way off track, but generally for me, I've always found UE4 to be way easier to work with graphically. Anyway, it looks nice. I want to see more of these biomes. I think what I would really want to start seeing, besides just the terrain, is sort of the structures and stuff that would go there, like the housing that would match that kind of biome. I know they're not
Walls.
necessarily quite there. Well, of course, walls. I mean, that's my number one. But like, I want, because they said that the housing structures and anything else that would get placed on these terrains would be very different, depending on where you are, and what would be actually good structures versus bad ones for, say, a Rocky Mountain Steppe or a wetlands or anything like that. So I'd love to start seeing those differences as we get further in, to see just how unique a Rocky Mountain Steppe is from, I don't know, a wetlands.
See, what I'm looking forward to is not the structures on each step or each different terrain, but how different killing a person on each different terrain feels.
I imagine it feels mostly the same,
Well, I mean,
except colder or wetter.
but maybe you've got like, oh, for example, rocky or high elevation terrain. Maybe there are some certain techniques you can use to. Don't look at me like that, Jordan. I don't know, man. I'm trying to like sell this idea of killing people in different places. You can't look at me like that. It's making it hard.
Is
Keep a straight
is this
face.
where you invent the selfie camera for COE so that you can kill people in different places and then Instagram it onto the COE Instagram?
Don't you mean Illyria Granite? You
I
gotta
mean,
market it.
I guess the crossbow bolt drop will be affected differently at higher elevations, but I don't know about stabbing, dude.
Obviously, if you've got a longer pike and you're sitting up at a higher elevation, Anakin, I've got the high ground.
I was like, what does that have to do
over.
with? It's honestly,
over.
it's better for
It's
the
over,
dual
Jordan. I have the
ground.
high
It's-
ground.
Oh my god,
Jordan,
please, I hate
it's over. I have the high ground.
keep
I don't know
saying
about
that
you
to
guys,
me.
but when you're talking about killing people in a mountainy terrain, all I can think is mountain.
I don't think it'll have any differences there, Nito. Maybe you'll feel differently inside, but nobody can tell you how to feel. But I don't think it'll be physically different.
I mean, maybe when the body hits the snow,
Floor.
it'll sound different. Oh, shut! I had to like stutter and stop myself. Yes, when it hits the floor, it'll sound different. Ugh. Oh, that'd be cool if
That'd
it,
be
like,
nice.
actually like if like the snow actually did a clearing. The
And like a
body
little
actually-
crunch, like a little.
Yeah, like a
I feel really good.
Yeah.
I'd like that a lot.
Yeah.
Or
actually.
left like tracks or whatnot.
let the snow actually like bury the dead person. Oh, that would actually make it difficult for you to get back to your body. Oh, that'd be
Sigma's
cool.
Sigma's statement on stamina usage at altitude differences. That's clever. I like that.
I like that too. Less oxygen. I dig it.
Yeah. I kind of wanted them to do these sorts of things during the Searing Plague, though, because these are cool things to talk about, but the hype has now kind of died down when these guys sort of got released-ish. But these look nice. I don't know if there's anything really to say, because it's literally just like, here's some mountains. I wonder if we can like hollow out any of these mountains, like, because I know we have some level of digging. Could we could we eventually hollow out a mountain? Because that's what I would do if we end up getting the Rocky Mountain Steppe. I would probably hollow out a mountain.
I could have sworn I read like there was
Instead of going over the mountains, we should go
Working
through
them.
them.
Wasn't that supposed to be one of the Kickstarter stretch goals? Was if we raise enough money, they were gonna let us do more digging stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I feel like I remember that.
and we certainly hit that. So we have more diggy stuff. So how much can we dig is a big question. Not in terms of like how much of a basement we can dig, but like what can we dig through?
I wanted.
Good.
I guess the base question is, can you dig it? But more importantly, I just want to point out that Cynric is just a fucking dwarf at this point. Can we stop? You're just a fucking dwarf.
It's
You-
fine. I'm okay with this. I accept my fate.
I can imagine Cynric playing Gimli saying, "Oh, instead of going over the mountain, why don't we just go through the mountain?"
I mean, it makes sense. But actually, I would have been the person that says, we have some eagles. Why don't we just take these goddamn eagles all the whole way?
because they don't care, man. It's this whole, there's a whole. Have you not read? The
I
Freaking
have.
Barbarian?
Yes.
Right, I know you have. That's why I was like, you know.
Oh my god. All right. So that's the big highlights for this week. I don't think we have anything else unless you guys have some extra thing that we want to talk about. Next week we'll probably have some maybe guest on to talk about their town or whatnot if we can swing it.
Do you want me to go harass some people and find you a guest?
Yeah, if you want to harass people in Cremorne and be like, hey, you should be on CNN. We can tell you that next time.
I have a better question. Does any of our audience want to be on CNN? Because that would be a great way to connect with our audience, and also a fantastic way for me not have to do any work.
It's true. If someone wants to be on and they're equal to or less trolly than either Stealthwire or Nito, you are welcome on to be on CNN. We can't handle more trolly than Nito or Stealthwire. That's the clear distinction I want to make here.
I like that she's considered equal to me, even though we both know that's not the case.
I think you're trolly in different ways.
Miko says it counts them out, but I vote Miko. I'm gonna talk to Miko after this, and we're gonna find out if Miko truly is trollier than me.
So, this is not related to COE, but how is your kitten doing? I know your kitten was sick for a little bit.
You don't want to take that one? I was just gonna hold her up. Our kid, well, she had a little bit of a cold. She's fine. Right now we're treating them for fleas, but we haven't seen any on her lately, so it's good. The struggle of fostering.
Boy. Also, hey Jude, you got right on time for kitten stream. Jude, if you would like to be on the show, let us know. We're looking for someone else to come on and also talk about this for next week. Because what we like to do on here, but we don't have anyone else who is currently coming on the show who has yet to talk about it, is to talk about their town or their group or their organization as part of our ending stream. All I will say though is that to go through one person, Fiery was an amazing person during our Searing Plague event, and he runs the town of Brighthaven, which has a long history from another game, namely Pathfinder Online. So if you like sort of more an economic town, or if you enjoy Damocles was on this show last time, do check out Brighthaven. It's a cool place to be, and Fire is an amazing leader. And Sigma is the count, and also Sigma is a cool dude. So that is my plug for a town before we log off this stream. So
one quick statement.
Yes.
Brighthaven sounds like the town that catches fire and everyone dies in like whatever generic RPG you're playing.
It truly does.
So,
Yes.
So
Yeah,
there
it's a
are
starter
sacrificial town. There are sacrificial.
Yep.
No worries, Miko. Tell Sedition to be more active. That's what you can do, because he does not talk nearly enough. Anyway, we're going to close the stream a little early, because we don't really have any more topics to talk about, except for, look at that kitty, which is really adorable. So, thank you all for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this stream, please follow. And if you have Amazon Prime, please subscribe. It is free. Your subscriptions do end each month, so if you do have Amazon Prime, you have to sub each month. Do so. It really helps us out. Yes. It's not a recurring thing, so you actually have to redo it again and again. But it helps us out, and it's really appreciated, because then I can spend more money on actually getting better equipment and possibly buying either Nito or Stealthwire a mic. Because goddamn it, you guys, every time I ask you, do you need equipment? You're like, no, we got this. And every time it's like, we don't got
It's not
this.
that we can't get it. We just kind of forget about it until it's time to set up for the stream. We're like, oh, we never got that one.
See, this is why it doesn't matter the reasoning of you not getting the equipment. It's just that you did not get the equipment.
It's not my fault. Didn't know she was gonna be.
I thought you told her to throw it away.
I thought wait.
He did tell me to throw it away.
Yeah, start the
old.
drama before the end.
So, thank you all for watching. As always, if you like, you're welcome to hop into the Cremorne Discord. Come chat with us. We're cool people. We promise. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye-byes.